is the multiplication tables. In this volume, we shall master the multiplication tables up to 100 and remember them forever. For mastering 1 to 100 tables, you just need to know 1 to 9 times tables, which I'm sure most of you know. Do you know a one-time table? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you forget it? Impossible, isn't it? If you cannot forget the one table, then you cannot forget any table for any number ending with 1, like 21, 31, 41, 51, 61, 71, 81, 91, any number. Let us take an example and let's do the table of 81. The first thing you need to do is the one-time table below 1. That is, write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then do a 8-time table below 8. That is, write 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72. Can you believe it? What you have done is the 81 times table. Isn't this easy? Well, I'm sure you can do any table from the remaining numbers. Why don't you try the 91 times table yourself? Right, do the 1 times table and then a 9 times table. Fantastic, isn't it? Fun to learn and do, and learn it this way. Now, moving ahead, let's take the next number, the number 2. What do you think you need to know here? Right, a 2 times table. Now, by just remembering a 2 times table, you will be able to remember any table for any number ending with 2, like 12, 22, 32, 42, 52, 62, 72, 82, 92, and so on. Let's take an example and do the table of 82. The first thing you need to do is the 2 times table below 2. You write 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Now, you will do a 8 times table. 16, 24, 32. Now, when you come to 2 multiplied by 5 is equal to 10, the first digit gets carried over to the next table and will be added. Now, when doing an 8 table, 8 multiplied by 5 is equal to 40. But there is 1 that is carried, so the 1 will be added and it becomes 41. Similarly, 48 plus 1 is equal to 49. 56 plus 1 is equal to 57. 64 plus 1 is equal to 65. 72 plus 1 is equal to 73. Let me explain this to you again. When you do the 2 times table, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, when you come to 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, it becomes a 2-digit number. So the first digit, that is the 1, gets carried over to the next table and is added to the table that you will do later. I'm sure you have followed the carryover and addition in the 2 table. Why don't you try one more table? Why don't we do 92 table? Right, first do the 2-time table, then the 9 table, and add the carryover number in this case, that is 1, after 9 multiplied by 5 is equal to 45 plus 1 is equal to 46. 54 plus 1 is equal to 55. 63 plus 1 is equal to 64. 72 plus 1 is equal to 73. And 81 plus 1 is equal to 82. Well, I'm sure you got the MJ method already and can do all these tables easily. What you can do is try the remaining numbers for practice. Now, moving on further to the number ending with 3. A 3 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers ending with 3. The numbers that can end with 3 are 13, 23, 33, 43, 53, 63, 73, 83, 93. Now let's take an example and do a table of 93. Right, you first got to do a 3 times table. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. Now, you're like in the 2 times tables. There are carryovers that you need to add to the 9 times tables. 18, 27. 36 plus 1 is equal to 37. 45 plus 1 is equal to 46. 54 plus 1 is equal to 55. Now 2 is carried, so you got to add 2 here. 63 plus 2 is equal to 65. 72 plus 2 is equal to 74. 81 plus 2 is equal to 83. Easy. Whatever number is in the tens place gets carried over and added in the next table. I'm sure you have all become masters of these tables. Isn't it fun to learn maths with the MJ method? We will move ahead and go to the next number, but it is necessary that you try all the remaining numbers for practice. The next number is the number 4, and 4 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers that can end with 4. 14, 24, 34, 44, 54, 64, 74, 84, 94. The method is the same. Let's take an example and do a table of any of these numbers. Let's say 74. First do a 4 times table. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Now you got to do the 7 times tables and just add the carryover numbers. 14. 21 plus 1 is equal to 22. 28 plus 1 is equal to 29. Plus 2 is equal to 37. 42 plus 2 is equal to 44. 49 plus 2 is equal to 51. 56 plus 3 is equal to 59. 63 plus 3 is equal to 66. I'm sure by now you must all have become experts of these tables with the MJ method. For learning tables, the method is the same for the remaining numbers too. And you just need to add the carryover numbers to the table you do after. Isn't it easy and more simple than any other method you have come across? With the MJ method, you will be able to do all kinds of calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, squares, square roots, fractions, ratio, percentage, cubes and cube roots, algebra and geometry problems orally by this methods through our next volumes. Let's move ahead to the next number, the number 5. The 5 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers ending with 5. 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95. Let's take an example and do a table of a number 85. First, you do a 5 times table. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Then an 8 times table and just add the carryovers from the 5 times table. 16, 17, 24 plus 1 is equal to 25. 32 plus 2 is equal to 34. 40 plus 2 is equal to 42. 48 plus 3 is equal to 51. 56 plus 3 is equal to 59. 64 plus 4 is equal to 68. 72 plus 4 is equal to 76. Isn't this method wonderful? You really want to know how fast you have become. Give someone a calculator and ask him to do a table of 72. and you try doing it with just a pen and a paper, you will be able to beat anyone using a calculator using this technique. The person using the calculator has to write the answers too. Six. To do any of these tables, use the same method and first do a 6 times table followed by the table of the number ahead of 6. 86. First do a 6 times table followed by 8 times table. And don't forget to add the carryover numbers in the 8 times table. The number next is one of the most difficult table to master as a student. I had a great deal of problems mastering this table. It is somehow called a lucky number, but has not been lucky at all for me. The number 7 is next, and the 7 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers ending with 7. 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97. The same method works here, and to do any of these tables, all you need to do is a 7 times table, first followed by the table of the number following it. 87. First do a 7 times table, followed by the 8 times table. And the most important thing is, do not forget to add the carryover numbers. The number 8 is next, and the 8 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers ending with 18, 28, 38, 48, 58, 68, 78, 88, 98. The method is the same and works here, and to do any of these tables, all you need to do is a 8 times table first, followed by the table of the number following it. 88. First do a 8 times table, followed by the 8 times table. And the most important thing is, do not forget to add the carryover numbers. The next number in the series is the number 9, and the 9 times table will help you do all the tables for all the numbers ending with 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 99. The method is the same and works here too. And to do any of these tables, all you need to do is a 9 times table first, followed by the table of the number following it. 89. First, do a 9 times table, followed by the... And most important thing is, do not forget to add the carryover numbers.